New Mexico doesn't just have history. It has layers of it, stacked deeper than almost any other place in America. Long before it was a U.S. state, long before Europeans even imagined this land, people were already building entire cities here, carved into cliffs and mesas, designed to last for centuries. Around the year 1200, the Ancestral Puebloans constructed places like Chaco Canyon, not just villages, but massive stone complexes aligned with the sun, the moon, and the stars. Some buildings had over 600 rooms. Roads stretched for miles across the desert, perfectly straight, without wheels, horses, or metal tools. To this day, archaeologists still debate how such advanced engineering was possible in such a harsh landscape. Then came a twist most Americans never learn in school. New Mexico was once closer to being Spanish than American. When Spanish explorers arrived in the late 1500s, they didn't just pass through, they settled. Santa Fe, founded in 1610, is the oldest capital city in the United States. That means New Mexico was governed by Spain decades before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. But the story wasn't peaceful. In 1680, something unprecedented happened. Indigenous Pueblo leaders secretly coordinated a massive uprising across the region. Messengers carried knotted cords from village to village, each knot marking a day until rebellion. When the final knot was untied, thousands rose at once. Spanish settlers were driven out completely, the only successful Native American revolt to expel European colonizers in U.S. history. For 12 years, New Mexico returned to indigenous rule. When Spain eventually came back, everything changed. Forced labor was reduced. Religious tolerance increased. The revolt permanently reshaped colonial power in the Southwest, yet it's barely mentioned in most history books. Another lesser-known chapter followed. After Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821, New Mexico became Mexican territory. The culture, language, and law were deeply Mexican long before the U.S. arrived. In fact, many families living in New Mexico today trace their roots back over 400 years. Longer than most Americans can trace theirs on this continent. Then came the American takeover. After the Mexican-American War, New Mexico was absorbed into the United States, but not welcomed as an equal. It waited over 60 years to become a state, one of the longest delays in U.S. history. Why? Language, culture, and race. Lawmakers openly questioned whether Spanish-speaking citizens were American enough. And then, in the 1940s, the world changed here again. In total secrecy, scientists gathered in the New Mexico desert for the Manhattan Project. At Los Alamos, the first atomic bomb was built, not in some distant foreign land, but right here, on soil once sacred to native peoples. When the bomb was tested at Trinity Site in 1945, many nearby communities were never warned. Families watched a blinding flash light up the sky, not knowing they were witnessing the birth of the nuclear age, or that radiation would quietly affect generations. New Mexico holds that contradiction like no other place. Ancient spirituality and modern destruction side by side. Even today, its history isn't just preserved, it's alive. Indigenous languages are still spoken. Centuries-old fiestas still happen. Adobe buildings still stand where steel skyscrapers never replaced them. New Mexico isn't just part of American history. It's a reminder that America itself was built on many civilizations, many cultures, and many stories. Some celebrated, and many still waiting to be told.